it's so hard to find somebody that wants to help me. Good morning. Today is the day for getting back into routines. We are on week 20. And I'm exhausted. So this weekend, after coming back from California, like my body still was taking a while to get back to the swing of things with the Wegovy. So I was still eating more than I had been. Sorry, just pause to do the shot. Sanitize. Cap off. Tiny needle in there. Press to the skin. You're going to push till you hear a click. There will be a second click. And you keep going until the window is completely yellow. It takes about 10 seconds from the end of the first click. Oh. That was a lot burnier than it usually is. And I actually had it sitting out of the fridge longer than I normally do. Oh well. Anywho. You can see that the window is totally yellow. It won't move anymore. And I leave it for another second or two after the window stops moving just to be sure. But I've heard on the support groups, and you can see that's the end of our second 1.7 milligram, which means next week we'll be starting 2.4. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that I'm feeling a little nervous because everybody talks about how bad the 2.4 can kick your butt. But I've heard that before about other strengths and I haven't had any issues. So we're just going to hope that my luck continues. Anyway, so it took a while for my body to readjust to being on the Wegovy again, even though I was only 2 days late with my injection. That was long enough for the appetite suppressant effect and like all of those good, effects I have from the Wegovy to start wearing off. And it took another couple of days after the injection for me to start feeling those effects again. So I was having some really weird mental stuff. I started feeling like I was going to slip back into some of my depression stuff, which I haven't really felt since being on the Wegovy. I don't know if that's just coincidence because things have been going so well. And so I haven't had anything that's been triggering the depression. I don't know if there is somehow something that happens with that, the way that Wegovy interacts with the appetite suppressant or the appetite center of your brain that helps control my depression or what it is. But like, I was seriously having moments this weekend, like Friday and Saturday, where I was like, I should just forget everything. I'm not going to be able to get the drug again. And I'm not going to be on the semaglutide anymore after next month. And I'm just going to gain all the weight back anyway. So why even bother? And like, there wasn't any part of me that was holding on to the fact that I've lost over 50 pounds at this point. I did gain a little bit while I was in California, but I fully expected that. And I didn't even gain as much as I thought I might. So I don't know. It was just like overwhelming feelings of just, I should just give up. This is pointless. It was just like this full on attack in my brain. And so I'm still feeling a little bit of that today, but not nearly as bad. I'm starting to get back into a routine today, which even through the weekend, that was kind of lacking because we don't really have much routine on the weekends. That's really Richard's only time to relax. So we went, and on Saturday we went and spent some time at a friend's house, and there was somebody there who I've met before and I know him. And he's kind of going through a rough time. And there was kind of a spirited debate around a topic that I won't mention because it's pretty volatile. And I was just trying to offer another perspective because it was all men that were participating in the conversation. And so he got extremely upset by the fact that, by what I said, even though really I didn't I mean, in comparison to some of the things that other people were saying, it was just a different perspective. I don't know if it was just he was feeling ganged up on, or if it was just like the straw that broke the camel's back, but he said something extremely personal, totally out of line, and something that's very against my character about me hating an entire group of people. And I'm still struggling with it a little bit. I have a really hard time because my heart is to love people. I never want people to feel excluded or like they're less than. And for somebody to completely like go after that and attack that and say that I hate people just because they didn't like something that I said is so very hurtful to my core, because I don't ever want to make people feel that way. Even if I know that it's not true, if I made somebody feel that way, that hurts. And I'm still struggling with that a little bit. And that was Saturday night. So there were other people there that came to my defense and told him he was out of line and things like that. And my husband, I mean, thank goodness it didn't, progress to an altercation, because my husband can be very protective of me. But his primary focus was just getting me out of the situation and comforting me, which was helpful because it removed me from being involved. But that kind of contributed to some feelings this weekend. And I feel like I kind of did some emotional eating this weekend, like nothing too major, because obviously the Wegovy makes me feel so full. But I feel like there were times where I was definitely snacking or like just eating small things when I didn't need to be snacking and eating small things. So the big focus this week is getting back to a routine, getting back on plan. Excuse me. I have a meal plan again this week, obviously. And I'm looking forward to just kind of starting to get back into the familiarity of that routine. And I'm hoping that that will make me feel more like myself. Because right now I still just feel out of sorts. So I'm sure that this week is going to get better. I can't remember if I told you guys, but I ordered a new Fitbit. I found a way to make it more inexpensive by buying all of the parts separately. And the Pebble, or the electronics portion of the Fitbit, is supposed to be here sometime this week. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to start trying to focus on getting more steps in consistently, rather than just being like, okay, this is counting my steps and I'm not doing anything consciously to try and increase them. I'm just keeping track of them. Because, and if you're new here, I know I have a lot of new people. I have arthritis in my hips, my tailbone, and my knees. So walking for long periods of time is pretty difficult. I can't do a ton of exercise. My doctor pretty much just cleared me for short walks and swimming. And when it's 37 degrees outside and I don't have access to an indoor pool, swimming ain't happening. So once it gets warmer, like into late spring, I should be able to start swimming, and I'll enjoy that. I've always enjoyed swimming. I was in swim team in high school. I was a distance swimmer, so I used to swim the 500 yard freestyle. So I will be looking forward to that when the time comes for it. But for now, I can make a conscious effort to make sure I'm getting up every once in a while and just kind of walking around the apartment, or taking my puppy out at least, maybe once a day, just for a tool around the building, or a couple times a week, if not once a day. And I think that will really help me kind of up my activity level. And any amount of activity you can do, even though like cardio, really, there's been a ton of studies that have shown that cardio is not beneficial for weight loss. People think, oh, if I want to lose weight, I have to do cardio. That's not true. If you don't like cardio and you don't want to do cardio, don't do cardio. It's not. In fact, in most cases, according to research, it can be detrimental to weight loss. So you are far better off spending your time building lean muscle mass. Lean muscle burns fat even in resting. Cardio does not. Cardio spikes your appetite. So the small amount of calories that you end up burning in a cardio session, usually you will end up eating that much and then some, because your body says, okay, we just expended all of this extreme amount of energy. We need to take in more calories to compensate. So I stay away from cardio. For me, movement and walking is far more about trying to get my joints in better shape. And really any movement is better than nothing. So Sorry, Helios is being silly, looking for stuff that didn't hear. Anyway, I'm going to make myself some breakfast. I hope you're having an awesome day. We're going to have a great week, and I'll see you soon.
Hi, guys. Oh, hi. Check your pockets. There may be some, I don't know, thing in them. So, just to tell you guys what we're doing. We're going to the park. No.
Zoo.
We're going to
The zoo.
No. We're going. Nikki has a massage appointment later
I do.
in another part of town that we don't generally go to very often.
Nope.
And over there,
I am so sorry.
What? Did you fart? I don't like it.
You're really, it's not good for you.
I don't smell anything yet, so we're okay.
Okay. Oh God. I am so sorry.
I still don't smell anything.
It's okay. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Oh yeah. Does it hurt?
Yeah. Feels
Anyways.
better if I go like this because my fingers feel like ice. It's cold.
You want a piece of it?
No.
Anyways, so you were saying we're going to
So
the
we're
zoo.
going to we're going to H Mart because we don't live by an H Mart, and there's one over in that general vicinity. I mean, it's not close to where we're going, but it's much closer than where we usually are.
This is true. So we're going to that area, so might as well go and get noodles.
Mm-hmm. So they have a food. We've already told you this, but they have the food market there, and Nikki likes to eat spicy nudes.
I sure do. Oh, please hold. My husband is calling. Hello. Hello.
She's mine. You can't have her.
Do I just say?
Mung Thai.
Yes, thank you.
Mung Thai is real good. That's the place that Melody and Jeff always used to get Thai food from.
Yeah.
And they have delicious, whatchamacallit?
Quarter burgers?
No. They have delicious, the stuff that I always get. What's it called? No.
Garlic chicken.
You're not helping. Ooh, what's it called? It's got like the really wide, fat noodles, and it has the Chinese broccoli. It'll go fast. It has the Chinese broccoli, and I get it with the chicken, and it's got egg in it, and it's like sweet and salty and happy in your face.
This part right here?
And it's called Pad See Ew. Why was that so hard?
This turn. Sorry.
Does that have your electrolyte crap in it? Your Legolite?
I tried all the different ones, and I was like, nope, they don't taste good. I can chug more water if it's like lemon flavored.
I'm gonna taste it.
It's very light, actually, on this one.
I can't decide. Okay, we going into Home Goods.
I am.
Man, I feel like a woman. You guys, look at these reusable bags. They're so cute.
No, llama. No, llama.
Yeah, are you excited?
Yum. KFC, Korean fried chicken. All my life, wait for someone. That's not how it goes.
Prayed for
Pray for
someone.
someone like you. I thank God that Why? Really? What is?
There are some things that my memory holds on to, like has it not
no,
let go.
No.
And then there's other things that it's like, I don't need this for later.
Yep.
And I'm like, no, but I really would rather you hold on to that information.
Yes, please.
Can I choose, please?
No, you can't stop me.
A stump.
I know.
Don't like it. Thanks for shopping with us, guys. Morning, guys. So it's Tuesday, and yesterday, what did I do yesterday? Oh, we had our day with Nikki, and part of that was going to H Mart, which I did fine at lunch, like I didn't overeat or whatever. But there at H Mart, like in the same parking lot, is a bakery that we always go to when we go to H Mart. It's a Vietnamese bakery, and I mean, they have amazing baked goods. And I always get, well, I guess just an Asian bakery in general. They have these Korean egg tarts that are like, they're not huge. They're like tiny. And beef puff pastry and custard, and they're delicious. And I was like, I really want to eat custard. Well, I got there, and then like old Mindy took over. Like I got 2 custards, and I got a cream cheese brioche, and I got a chocolate croissant that you saw me share with me. Well, pretty much I gave it to Nikki. And then she got a guava pastry that we were going to share, but she didn't like it, so she gave it to me. And I was like, I'll just eat this stuff throughout the week. Well, last night I got home and I didn't feel like making dinner because, well, I couldn't make the dinner I had planned to make because part of what I needed to make that dinner was in the Sam's Club order that I couldn't pick up. And so we had some leftovers in the fridge that really all I had to do was stick in the microwave, but I did not want to eat them. And if I'm honest, I was still feeling a little sorry for myself. And basically I sat there and ate the rest of those pastries that I bought. It's the first time since starting Wegovy that that was like a full-on binge episode. I think the worst part is that like, because it was pastries, like there's so nothing to them that I never got to the point where the Wegovy was like, you're eating way too much, cut it out, like it does when I'm eating like real food. So the moral of the story is my depression is a little bit worse off than I thought it was. And today I have an extremely busy day, which is, if I'm being real, probably a good thing. I have a bunch of cooking to do, and I have to go down to Sam's Club. And we got a notice from our apartment complex that they're doing this patio cleanup initiative thing. And we don't have a bunch of stuff on our patio, but we do have a very small apartment, and we have a couple of like folding tables like propped up against the wall, and we have a ice chest out there, and none of that is stuff that's supposed to be on our back porch. So we have to have everything that's not supposed to be out there cleaned up by the end of the day today. I also have an entire video I have to edit for tomorrow. And my kitchen is a disaster because I haven't cleaned anything since I got back from California because I just haven't been feeling great. Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment with my new doctor. And the hope is that he will agree that I should stay on Wegovy and write me the prescription that I need in order to make that happen. Because there's a chance he might not. But provided that he agrees that Wegovy and Semaglutide has been doing good things for me, and that he gets me the prescription I need, then I'll finally be able to kind of let you guys know what I've been working on. So anyway, all of that should make me much more hopeful than I'm feeling right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it. And I don't know if it's because of the gap in taking the Wegovy and it's just taking a lot longer to get back in. But I mean, all the charts that I've looked at with half-life suggest that the Wegovy was still in my system. So I don't know what's going on with me. So anyway, we're just going to do our best to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and just get it done today. Thanks for being here and supporting me. Honestly, I don't know that I would still be trying to even stay on track if it wasn't for the fact that I knew that I have people supporting and watching my journey. So I hope you're having an awesome day. I'm going to do my best to have a better one. Hey guys. So I just met with a doctor and I was super positive and hopeful because the nurse that checked me in said that doctor, she's been seeing him for 10 years and he's really good about doing whatever needs to be done in order to get the patient healthy. And so basically what's happened is I've found a compounding pharmacy that will make the semaglutide for me for way less. And I gave him the information and he basically said that he doesn't know enough about it and he doesn't feel comfortable writing prescription and that I should see a specialist. I don't understand why it's so hard to find somebody that wants to help me. I'm not giving up. I'm going to call back the compounding pharmacy and see if they know of a doctor they've worked with that's comfortable prescribing there. on my way in to go with Nikki to a prenatal appointment, and I'm hoping that seeing Abby Grace will cheer me up. Anyway, I'm gonna be okay. Ice cream is an easy way for me to just like calorie bomb, like catch up with some of my missing calories, which probably isn't expressly necessary, but like I don't feel good like just not eating.
Yeah, eating like empty calories.
Yeah. Well, and I mean like I don't feel good about just like, oh look, I'm like 3,000 calories short of my goal this week.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't, because I have that tendency, not towards like full on anorexia. Like don't get me wrong. Like I could never just not eat. Like that's not me. I can get or fall into that trap of like, well, if fewer calories is good, then even fewer calories is better.
Yeah.
And it's not healthy.
Yeah, no.
Like, and especially with being on the Wegovy where I'm not hungry, like that's a really easy trap for me to fall into. Like I could easily eat less than 1,200 calories a day on this diet.
Yeah.
As a person that still weighs more than 300 pounds, that's not a good idea. Like that's not enough calories even for just my basal body functions.
Yeah.
Like, so, and the thing is like, people are like, oh yeah, but you know, I mean, it's calories in, calories out as long as you're eating. Yeah, but there's a healthy way to do that.
Green beans, we're trying to run away. They sure were.
Okay, we gotta shop now.
Yay, goodbye.
All right, just a teensy tiny grocery haul today. I made a trip to Walmart earlier in the week to grab some other things, and so this is kind of a combination of those two. I'm trying to work on clearing out my freezer some, so that's why you don't see any meat. We're going to be using a lot of stuff that I already have in my fridge. So I got some more green beans from Sam's Club, and I got some enchilada sauce. I picked up these Brown Cow because they had chocolate yogurt, and I wanted to know if it tasted like pudding. But I bought a coupon for those. And then I picked up some canned corn, some black beans, and some basically Walmart brand Rotel for some chicken enchilada soup I'm going to be making. Some jasmine rice for some pork belly Korean barbecue bowls we'll be making next week. I picked up some PB Fit again because I bought a coupon. I got a cucumber to make some spicy cucumber salad to go with those bowls. I picked up some more cream cheese for bagels and also the enchilada soup. Some low-fat cheese for the soup. I got some peppercorns because my pepper grinder has been dying for quite some time. And then I have some dark chocolate coconut chews because Nikki had gotten some last week and they were so good. And they had these back again this week. Yay! So that's it. Teeny tiny grocery haul. It was not very much money. I'll put it up here minus the Ibotta discounts. And that's it. All right, just to look at next week's menu, there's really not a whole lot very exciting because we have a lot of leftovers from this week, but I'm going to be doing mini bagels with cream cheese and some of that chicken maple sausage and fruit. I'm going to be making some chicken enchilada soup for lunches. Very excited about that. To do pork belly rice bowls, and then we're going to be eating leftovers the rest of the week for dinners because we have so much leftover from last week. And then on the weekends, we either eat out or eat leftovers. So if you're interested in seeing that chicken enchilada soup recipe next week, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you know as soon as my cooking video goes live next week. Hey guys. It's been a roller coaster of a week. So this is the end of week 20, which marks roughly 5 months or so on the Wegovy, and it's the end of our 1.7 milligram. That means next week we start the 2.4. And we had a lot of rough stuff going on this week. I appreciate you guys sticking with me even when things get a little sad. Anyway, I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of an update. I reached out to Stonegate Pharmacy after my doctor's appointment, and Andy there at the pharmacy is looking into some doctors that are in my area that they've worked with in the past that have prescribed the compound. So I'm hoping to hear from him probably today, so that I can maybe start making some phone calls and see about getting in to see a doctor that will actually be open to using a compounded version of Wegovy or Semaglutide. So I'm not giving up. Just it's taking a lot more effort than it really should to get someone to help me on this journey. But we will get there. In terms of side effects, I've definitely noticed that as the week has progressed, the kind of depression stuff and things like that have definitely gotten better. But I do think that my depression is definitely triggered by outside events. And having the setback, the continuous setbacks with the compound and the Wegovy and all of that obviously doesn't help. But I'm staying positive. It's going to get better. I know it is. In terms of non-scale victories, I would say that just staying the course is a victory for me at this point, because these are the kind of things that in the past would have definitely just kind of put me off sticking with it and would have put me to the place where I was just ready to call it quits. And the fact that I'm not doing that and that I haven't done that is a huge win for me. So on to the actual results. So this week, I ended the week with only 257 excess calories. I did a much better job of eating more calories earlier in the week instead of kind of hoarding them all for the weekend, which I've been struggling with. So I wasn't like, having to eat a massive amount of calories at the end of the week, which is a good thing. But anyway, I ended up losing 3.4 pounds, which is the most I've lost in a single week in a very long time. I have no doubt that some of that is the spring back from the water weight that I had put on through the California trip. And it's good to see that confirmation that that's what was going on. But with that 3.4 pound loss, that brings me to a total of 54.2 pounds lost. So almost 55 pounds. And it means that in our 8 weeks on 1.7 milligram, I lost 12.8 pounds total. So it does definitely feel good to see that number drop, especially so drastically for the first time in a while. I'm super excited to see what my body does once I switch over to the 2.4 milligram next week, even though I'm a little nervous about if I'm going to start experiencing side effects or more serious side effects, because up to this point, I've really, I've had it pretty easy. So I think that's it for this week. It's probably going to be a pretty long video. And I just, again, want to thank you guys for continuing to support me on this journey, even when things get a little bit rough for me. And I thank you for your continued words of encouragement. And if you have not joined my family, my YouTube family, please feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I also post cooking videos on Wednesdays. And for those of you who already have subscribed, thank you again so much for, just being there for me. Thanks. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.